So I wanted to talk about the power of words, specifically the power of untrue words or lies. Right. I was actually just talking to one of my students, one of the guys who lives at the group home just upstairs, and he had a paper filled with all these really negative thoughts and things he thought about himself. And I told him the funny thing about lies is what happens to lies, the more often they're said, you eventually believe they're true. And when a lie becomes true, it's like trying to remove a cancerous tumor that's like lodged so deeply into your body. It might as well be one fused with your body, right? It's hard to remove it without destroying all of you. And I think for me, especially over many years of my life, specifically, that's been a big one, and that's been a hard one. I was pretty blessed. I was tremendously blessed with I have really, really good parents who were not perfect to any degree, nor did they need to be, but were really affirming for the most part in their words and support and what they said and what they didn't say. And kind of when you're born, that's the first kind of default of who you listen to the most about what they say about you. Your parents are really shaping you in a lot of ways, for better or worse, with the things they say and don't say, things they do, the way they act towards you, the way they treat you. And then you just spend the rest of your life kind of carrying that and unpacking that, again, for better or worse. Then you get older and you go to school, and all of a sudden you're in a community, right? You're going to school and you're realizing all these other little half-brain developed creatures around you have things to say about you too. And then you become a little more conscious, right? Now all of a sudden you start thinking about what people think about you and what you want people to think about you, not necessarily what's true about who you are. And it just gets more and more spirally and complicated. Relationships start developing, romantic relationships, that throws it in. So then by the time you're 25, 30, you could be completely flummoxed about who you are or who you aren't. And that's a really hard place to be. I forget who quote, right? The bravest thing you can be is yourself. Be thine self. And that's easier said than done, because if you spent most of your life just built upon these ideas and thoughts that people told you should be and not actually who you are, how are you supposed to be yourself? You don't even know who yourself is. There's a deconstruction that needs to happen that's really, really difficult. Again, the comparison of having something lodged in you. But that can happen. For me, what the wisdom of the old books, right? The Bible, the Old Testament, and the New Testament, you can go to these old books and see a lot of really profound and beautiful proclamations about who we are as created beings created beings of God, created in the image of God. Just that statement, you're creating the image of God, means what? That you have a little bit of God in you. You are God, right? That's beautiful and profound. You have the ability to create, to shape, to destroy, to build up, to break down. And in that comes a profound amount of responsibility. The Bible tells you you're loved. It tells you you're good. It tells you you can do wondrous things. Oftentimes the antidote for a lie is the truth. And truth lies all over, right? But finding the truth can be hard. And the truth does not only lie in the Bible. I make that very clear. The old religious books with deep wisdom, you can find some real truth in who we are and who we are relative to each other. You just gotta seek it out, though. Sometimes just being awake to it is the hardest part.